can we, what about Kamal? Okay,
Thank
great.
you, sir.
Hi. So, hi, Marvin. Thank you for joining us online, and stage is all yours. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Hi, all. It's a pleasure to be here. And my name is Marvin Chung. I'm the co-founder of Phala Network. And yeah, so I will just begin. Can I share the screen? Yeah. Can you can you see it? Okay. So first of all, before I begin to introduce what is Phala Network, I would love to introduce the concept of Web3 first. You know, besides blockchain, our team is more caring about Web3 evolution. I think Web3 will, permanently change the human society because the walls of society, nation, and countries will be broken in this century, and the trust relationship in business society and human society will also be reformed by Web3. This is a very important historic moment for all of us. So the early protocols of internet like TCP/IP, SMTP, and HTTPS, they were designed as an openness, academic, and public welfare in the 70s, in last century. This is what we call Web 1. And then Silicon Valley companies and capitals come in and use this free and open source protocol to build up, these application services and, smart world, until where we are standing now. Like, for example, searching and connecting with people, sharing these mediums and so on. We have to trust them in Web2. And this trust is based on weekly user agreement. We use the services for free and deliver our personal data to them so that they can, make profit. And it already caused many troubles. That's why GDPR and many privacy legal comes out. And since 10 years ago, the Bitcoin and Ethereum are becoming a better fundamental infrastructure as protocols. And they change the trust base of many things. The things built in this idea and this technology or blockchain technology, we call Web3. So as more and more protocols come out, more applications, more data, and more users on Web3. But we still have a long way to go from completely replacing the Web2 because although we already fixed the troubles of trust base, right? But the database still need privacy and we still need larger computation power to deal with this data as a Web3 way. So this is what the privacy is Phala talking about. Unlike, focusing on on-chain use cases for cryptos, we are more, focused about to fill the gap of the concept of Web3. All of these trends I just mentioned, meaning that the world will definitely need to exchange a lot of private user or inter-enterprises data in order to interact with them in a verifiable way, which is a Web3 way. And in the meanwhile, it is maintaining its privacy. So I think we can only build it on a decentralized network run by open source code and transparent governance. But how decentralized the world goes on. Now, most of the DeFi applications at the moment are using centralized cloud services for their front-end programs, and most of the proof of stake nodes of the networks are running on centralized cloud as well. So this is also a very, very huge trouble to us. As a result, I think we can need a hardware level infrastructure for the Web3 protocol so that this decentralized and private can be guaranteed, in real way. So in practice, we using a combination of blockchain and trusted execution environment, which is just as Joy mentioned. Use these CPUs which cannot rival data being computed on, and we have already solved the issues with scalability of blockchains and the security guarantees of TEs. So as you can see on the presentation, in normal centralized cloud service, all data and all computations are dealing in data centers, like the background behind me. But as on Phala network, it's a P2P network. All computation programs and the data are storage and be dealing on decentralized servers, which is we call the miners, so that this network can be as good as the centralized cloud platforms, but in the meanwhile, it's a decentralized platform. So here it is. You can clearly see what's the difference between a Web2 cloud platform, blockchain, and the Web3 cloud platform. The major difference between Web2 and blockchain is that blockchain solve the trouble of trust base, but the difference between blockchain and Web3 cloud is that Web3 cloud has private to the data, and it can deal with massive number of data and computation, and so that's the Web2 gap between Web2 and Web3. How do we do that? Briefly speaking, we separate the consensus and the computation so that the servers can't be evil even when they're outside of data center. Which we control directly, and we use the blockchain T infrastructure to separate the consensus and the computation to make sure the servers are following the rules by the blockchain, and the computation will charge in providing a larger computation power. And to make sure the whole system is trust-based, we use an end-to-end encryption between end clients, even HTTPS into the security enclave area of each CPU, and we use the blockchain to run this CPU so that the computation power can be scalability. And as a result, Phala have no issue in serving all of these use case enterprise, Web2, Web3 on the same network, and the scalability of the network with this massive number of CPUs can provide a strong computation power as any centralized cloud services. This is the result. And for now, we already launched the Phala network, which is the canary network of Phala on Kusama. And in today, our nodes number already achieved 13,000 of servers, and the cores of these CPUs number already achieved over 60,000. It's really a large number of computation power. And how to use that? I mean, in the traditional smart contract module, all of the input data to the contract need to be sent from on-chain transactions. And if a contract depends on some off-chain information, like the price of BTC, it needs to get such information from a special kind of infrastructure called blockchain oracle. What's more, a smart contract can't initiate request to the off-chain service. This will block massive developers and enterprises to use the Web3 protocols. So on Phala network, it's very unique that we put WebAssembly and ink inside each CPU, and any developer can deployment their program inside as this standard inside these CPUs. And as a result, the smart contracts on Phala can even provide HTTPS to other smart contracts. It's very close to the traditional program module, especially for function as a service. But as a result, its trust base is the same level of smart contract. This thing is very cool. And what can you build on that? First, the private related DeFi protocols such as bridges, swipes, order book swipes, and the landing protocol, NFT platform. You can build almost all kinds of on-chain use cases on Phala as confidential smart contract. But as a result, it can provide private servers and much more complicated game theory playground. And this is what we already delivered to the community yet. And in final, I want to also make a easy explanation about Polkadot. So unlike most of the public chains, Polkadot is not a blockchain as a layer one. It's a layer zero. A layer zero means it allows the data, not just the token, to be transferred, and it provides a service to other blockchains. And Phala is one of the parachain on Polkadot or Kusama network. And yeah, I think I'm a little bit over time. So thank you all. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Marvin, for providing us important insights into how Phala Network is helping the transition from Web 2.0 to Web 3.0.